Hi, my name is King Waneri. I'm here for the Cisco Networking Academy for Kansas City, Missouri. This is a brief overview for the security course that they offer here, and I'm going to be talking about highlights of a security policy. The first point I want to touch on is physical security. That's the most important of all, because if anybody has physical access, they have all access. Now, you have to guard against unauthorized individuals getting entry to a facility or access directly to devices. Now, this is commonly accomplished by individuals who employ methods of social engineering, such as pretending to be a utility worker, or even as simple as having their hands full with items and asking someone to hold the door open for them. Now, the best way to combat this is by having a clear policy stating to all employees that, with no exception, that everyone has to be authenticated with some type of security badge or biometric system, or they have to be authorized by security personnel and accompanied in. Now, the second point we want to address when it comes to a security policy is remote access. Getting access to devices remotely is very, very efficient, and on the other side of it, also highly susceptible to unauthorized access. So you have to make sure all the remote devices are hardened against unauthorized access. Now, this can be accomplished by implementing ACLs, access controllers, that only grant access to certain networks from certain networks. So, say one portion of your internal network is only able to talk to another portion of an external network or an internal network, or vice versa. Another method of device hardening is zone-based firewalls. By assigning a portion of your network to a certain zone and then assigning another portion of your network to other zone, you isolate those networks from each other so they aren't allowed to talk to each other, and thus you limit access by individuals who may gain access to one who won't have access to your entire network. And then finally, you want to implement some type of authentication server like TACACS or Radius or both, so that individuals can only access your network if they've been authenticated, authorized, and given access through some type of AAA system. Now, one good method for implementing this is through use of a VPN software client server scenario, where you also use a token-based smart card. Next, you want to also make sure that privilege levels are assigned appropriately. Only individuals who should have access to a certain piece of your infrastructure should be granted access. You shouldn't just give access willy-nilly to everyone. So what does that mean? You want to make sure that, for instance, individuals who are only going to work with your access equipment, your server that are going to be directly accessed or needed by end users, only have server admin privileges. And then individuals who might need access to domain controllers or equipment that touches multiple pieces of your infrastructure in a shared environment have domain admin privileges. And then individuals who might need access to the entire forest or enterprise level are given enterprise admin privileges. So only individuals in each admin level have access to the portions that they need, and not all. Of course, everyone knows by now password policies. There was a time when you could have very short 5-6 character passwords. Now, it's recommended that you have 10 to 12 character length passwords with unique characters of varying kind. So, what does that mean? You need uppercase, lowercase letters, you need numerical digits, and then of course you also need special characters such as star, hyphen, $, percent symbol, and so on and so forth. Characters should not be repeated very often in the same password, and passwords should not be reused as time goes on. All that can be indicated inside the password policy. Lastly, and probably most importantly, second to physical security, is you need some type of report procedure. A way to enforce all of your policies. Policies that are not enforced are the same as not having a policy at all. So you need a way for your users, your employees, to be able to say something when they see something. That needs to be well educated and well understood so that everyone is on the same page. I know that's a sticky issue. People don't like telling on their friends, but you have to make it very clear that this is something that is not tolerated. If you have all of those strategies implemented, you're well on your way to having a much more secure environment. Thank you.